Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called LAREN walking in the richest village of the Netherlands in 4K walking tour. I've never heard of the LAREN in my life. Is it called LAREN? LAREN? I have no idea how to pronounce that, even though it sounds very easy to pronounce, but I have no idea. But it's the richest village, so maybe I'm expecting a lot of opulence. I don't know. I'm intrigued. But let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe. Okay, this is the richest village. I was not expecting it to look like this, to be honest. This is very, I don't know, it reminds me of British towns. Maybe not this part, but the other parts. Sort of, not English towns, I think British villages specifically. Maybe I think the Dutch are just not, I don't think it's right for them. I don't know, it's not in their culture, if they're rich, to sort of show, not being a show-off, sort of the tall poppy syndrome. Maybe that's the case. I think I have a very American view of this. People, if they're wealthy, you know, they'll let you know. You'll see their houses, and it's very, oh, you know, you have money. Haven't you seen my house? Well, that's maybe a nouveau rich kind of thing. I think people that come from money, it's less of this. Although, again, sort of people, wealthy people, you'll know when you see it. It doesn't necessarily have to be sort of thing that looks quite expensive or very opulent or anything. Maybe it's the richest in potatoes or something, not richest in money. Okay, this is, I would assume this is suburbs. This is suburbia because the cars, the street, the houses, this is the suburban town. How far is this from the Netherlands? From Amsterdam. It's very pretty. Surprised that they don't have, it's not a gated community. Again, if it's the richest village, I'm expecting some gated houses or just gated communities, but this is just normal. I love the tall shrubs because it's sort of a natural barrier for you to not see my house. Although, what's the point? Because obviously you have the entrance, and at the entrance everyone can see it, so it's not the purpose. They just like the shrubs and that's it. Oh, I like this one. This one's my favorite. I love the autumn, how autumnal-like this is. I love the orange leaves. Not that the other ones aren't pretty, but I prefer the orange one. They give it more character. And it's the only one that has this because the others are green, so. It was so gray that day. It's probably autumn or winter. I think everything's very quiet. I'm just noticing all the birds are chirping, which is nice, but I'm not seeing anyone on the streets, and I'm not listening to any cars. I'm not seeing bikes. I'm not seeing anything. It's super quiet here. Maybe it's just a quiet street. Or people are in their, you know, they're at their jobs and they're at school. So that's why it's very quiet here. No one's home. There's a lot of cars. I think, well, maybe it's because it's the suburbs. Maybe I'm thinking there's always like Amsterdam and there's a lot of bikes. But maybe here, because it's the suburbs, maybe it's a bit fewer bikes and more cars because people, they're going to use their cars when they're in the outskirts of town. And that obviously happens also in the Netherlands. It happens everywhere. It happens there as well. Maybe that's the case. I'm just noticing how narrow this street is. It's quite small. I'm loving all the greenery to the side, but it's quite small. I don't think two people can fit there at the same time. Oh, I'm loving that tree. It's a gigantic looking tree. It's gorgeous. We'd love to see it when it has leaves. A car. Finally, I'm listening to a car. Oh, because now, okay, the street is over now. Well, we're going to approaching the end of the street. The main road. Oh, I'm loving that gated, sort of that gate. Love that. Oh, an airplane as well. Okay. I have to eat my words. I'm eating crow. There's just a lot of noise here now. Oh, I hate when that happens. I'm gonna guess that's a, well, that's not a tree, right? Yeah, it's a pole. Well, it's a lightning pole. But I hate it when they're in the middle of the street and you have to walk around. There's no space for me to walk around, so I have to literally get on the street when they're supposed to be for cars or bikes or something else. I hate when that happens because it's very narrow and it's this a design. This is a flaw in the design. I don't know why they do that. Because it's again, it's a logic thing. It's if the thing's here, do not put it there. You have to put it, I don't know, somewhere else because you have to think about the people that are walking here. It's see, like this one. This is perfectly placed. It's placed there, and you can just walk around. But there's others, as in the other one, where that doesn't happen. It's kind of good to know that the Netherlands, with all, because I know they're so efficient, and the streets are so efficient, and everything's so. I don't know, everything's so, maybe not perfect because that's not the word, but they're so sort of productive and efficient, and all the cities are just very well planned. They still have this, so you can't escape it, even in the Netherlands. Is that, okay, what kind of, oh, okay, it's cobblestone. For 1 millisecond, I thought it was dirt. I was, what on earth is that? The street made out of dirt? No, it's just red cobblestones. Isn't that for bikes? I'm very confused about the pavement colors in the Netherlands, because I think they signify one for bikes and one for cars. So maybe, of course, I'm totally off. Clearly. Oh, I'm loving the bike. That's such a Dutch bike because it's huge and it has the whole thing, the whole basket, but it's not a normal basket. It's a huge basket because people obviously walk around a lot with their bikes. They're not walking, but they're riding their bikes, and they obviously have to carry groceries and I don't know, whatever it is that you need. And of course you need a big basket, because if I'm not having my car, I need to put a lot of things. Oh yeah, the sign for bikes was over there. Was to the, yeah, you keep going. Is that a restaurant? I don't think that's a house, right? I'm noticing maybe because if this doesn't seem like a weekend, even though it's a weekday, but I'm noticing a lot of cars parked, which makes, but not a lot of people in the streets, which again makes me think people are just going around their daily lives. But I'm thinking probably the cars are used for the weekend, and people are, yeah, because when I have to go to work or I have to go to school, I'm using my bike, and my car is just for, those weekends, sort of when you want to go outside the city or something. I think maybe that explains why there's so many cars there, and it's weird because I always thought, oh, but there's, I think, fewer cars in the Netherlands. But yeah, maybe that's why. People go around their bikes every single day, but the cars are for the weekend. Which I think happens actually in other places in Europe. Oh, I love this little, what's that flag? It didn't seem like a Dutch flag. Oh, this is pretty. If this is a house, I'm loving it. It's so different. There's this sort of, it's a garden? I don't know how to explain it. Oh, this is the part that absolutely reminds me of some British villages. I think it's maybe the roof. Yeah, maybe the roof reminds me of this. I think it's just everything brown. Always the pavements in those British sort of towns are not like this, but just houses. It reminds me a little bit of this. And obviously because it's gray and it's raining. Well, it wasn't raining, but it was sort of rainy-ish kind of weather. Well, is that a truck? Well, not a truck. It's an SUV. Not a sedan. I think that's very surprising to me. I thought, again, in the Netherlands, people use just smaller cars. And they have a big family, so no, we cannot. We need a big car. It's crazy. This is the first person that this person has encountered throughout this whole street. It's crazy. Well, there's been several streets, and this is the first time that I'm seeing that they're encountering another person. How many people live here? Okay, maybe we're approaching downtown, or just where the actual people are. I'm really shocked by the amount of. I know you did not encounter anyone. That's crazy. Oh, I love this part. Oh, I love all those trees. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh my god, yes. During the summer, this must be a million times prettier. But obviously everything's in full bloom and the sun. Even though I don't know. It was gonna be stunning, I think, either way. I kind of preferred it like this. I think. I don't know. I think I prefer this because it looks visually very nice. But obviously, if you're there, probably it's nicer during the spring or the summer when you can actually go and, I don't know, the trees provide shade or something. I don't know. But I think visually, from an outsider's perspective, that's only seeing this through a clip and is not experiencing this, I prefer this. I think it's just gorgeous. I think you can't beat this kind of weather, and the trees sort of, well, yeah, they're losing all their leaves and you can see them. I don't know, it's kind of dark. I like it. Okay, yes, now this is where the actual sort of traffic is. So this is the actual, not the suburban type of parts of the city, is the streets themselves and the city itself. Sort of the main street. I have a stupid question. Well, no, they're not. Isn't this supposed to be the cycling lane? I thought a car had like two wheels in the cycling lane, but maybe it isn't the cycling lane? Oh yeah, the park, there's orange, there's a lot of orange here. I'm loving this park. I'm wondering if you can do a picnic there. All these people don't want to do picnics here right now. It's wet, it's cold. Oh yeah, the Dutch bicycles that are just the ones I mentioned, they're just so weird looking, but I would guess very practical if you have to use them every day, because of course you can just carry a lot of things. But they're just so funny looking to me. See this walk around the park? Sign me up. Yes, this type of weather, this is gorgeous. Oh, they even have a lake. Oh, a small lake. I'm loving it. Yes, absolutely. I'm loving this. If I lived there, I would absolutely visit during this sort of autumn and during the winter. You wouldn't, well, yeah, you would also see me during the spring here, but when this is the weather, I would be there. There's ducks. Oh yeah, there's ducks. Oh, love it, love it, love it. This is gorgeous. Why are there there are some stairs as if you're swimming there. What would I, people do not swim there. It's sort of a lake with ducks. No one's going there. Maybe it's for the ducks. Yeah, I would 100% do a picnic here. That's all I'll say. Just bring a blanket. Probably it's not wet. I don't think it's raining. It's just the weather, the sky is gray, but it's not raining. Although I think I'm seeing the pavement is wet, so probably those sleeps are wet. Oh, I'm loving it. This is very pretty. This is super quaint. Yeah, all those shops. This is so nice. It looks sort of very charming, village coded. Maximiliano, wow. That's a wow name for a restaurant. Is that an Italian thing? Oh, okay, what is this? It looks like I don't know, someone built a shopping center in the ruins of a castle, of an ancient castle. It's very pretty. Is that a furniture shop? Those doors are stunning. I'm loving them. They're so big and wide, and they're sort of, they have the arches. It's so pretty. Oh, another lake. Well, not a lake. I think it's a fountain. Yeah, what is this place? Is this only? It's not residential, right? I'm seeing shops. Sometimes people live, upstairs. So, or do people live there? I think it would be so nice. I think it's just very pretty. Surprised that we haven't seen any pedestrian-only streets. There's just a lot of cars. I'm surprised by the amount of cars there are. It's called Legs. Legs, the street's just called Legs. Do they sell pants only? Okay, now we're seeing there's a lot of people here. That building to the left looks gorgeous. I don't know what that is, but it looks very pretty. I don't know if it's it's a restaurant? It doesn't seem like a restaurant. It seems something more official. Official as in, I don't know. I don't even know what it could be. It said comment. How come all the well, not all of them, but how come a lot of things are in English? Maybe just it's a very touristy town. See, we're open. Why is everything in English? Oh, I love that white brick. Gorgeous. With the black frames. Stunning. I love that there's something that looks more modern, and then this that looks a little bit older. I love it. I love the contrast. What's with the heart-shaped balloons? This is, I don't know, the fifth person that I'm seeing with the balloons. Maybe it was February. It was Valentine's Day. Oh my, I'm loving that jacket. That man's so fancy. Like he's dressed very dapper. Dapper. Oh my god, it's so crowded between the bikes, and there's so many people in the streets that you can't walk around. That's crazy. That's what you can see. The streets are very narrow. Wild and what? I want to go to all those shops. Oh my god, someone had a really loud music coming from their car. Is that a market? Oh, go there. Oh no, it's not a market, or there's just kiosks. I thought it was a market. Oh. Oh, but what are those? Okay. it's bread. Warm liquor, is that liquor? No, that's not liquor, as in liquor. It's liquor. Warm bread? That's what it was? Oh my god. I want to go there. I want to go and see that shop. Oh, this little park bench is gorgeous. Oh, this is a little pathway. I love it. And it's so nice because if there's between, it's literally between two parking spaces, two parking lots, and there's this beautiful sort of street with the tree-lined trees and the shrubs, but then obviously you have the cars. I'm loving this. I think in the US you can never find this, not in a million years. Because if it's a parking lot, the parking lot is just a parking sort of a lot. It's just a huge, I don't know, it's just a huge parking lot with no shade, no anything, no trees, and it's just cars and cars and cars and cars. I love this because there's so many, look at all those trees, and you can also sort of walk around and not just you have to walk around the middle of the parking lot. No, you have a little sort of pedestrian type of street. Well, not a street, it's just a pathway, but I'm loving it. And I'm comparing it to the US because I think the US is pretty much for for the parking spaces. Everything's a huge parking space. Well, a parking lot, not a parking space. Everything's a huge parking lot. These people will probably have the more expensive houses, and I would assume that yes, these houses are probably more expensive because they're in the middle of downtown. Everything's super, you can just walk around. It's literally 2 streets away, and then there's so many shops there. You have shops, you have restaurants, you have everything. So I'm gonna guess these are probably the areas of the town where, you know, real estate is probably it's gonna cost you more. It's gonna be higher. I think they're also very big. I think those houses are quite big. Especially, I don't know, I think I have the wrong impression of the Netherlands. I thought the houses were a little bit smaller, but this one's, I don't know, this just look very big. Oh, these ones are nice. I don't know, I think I prefer this type of houses to the ones that, you know, when the videos first started. But that's just me. I prefer those. I think they're prettier, but that's just personal taste and preference. Oh yes, look at all those beautiful trees. Oh no, yes, I'd move here. Oh, what is that? Is that a park? There's a lot of mud there. Is that an abandoned sort of place, an abandoned lot? I'm surprised because it looks quite unkept, and there's just a lot of mud. That's weird. So yeah, it probably doesn't belong to anyone. See, this is incredible. I'm loving all the parking spots and all the parking lots because there's just a good connection between the streets and the pedestrians and the cars. It's just, it has everything. Oh, what is this entrance? Is this a hotel? Oh my god. I don't know if that was a hotel, but if it is a house, wow, you have the nicest house in all of, what, in LAREN? What? That entrance, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Oh my, okay. I'm seeing, this is the fancier area, I believe. I don't know if they're hotels. Maybe I'm off, and they're just hotels, and that's why they look like this. Because I think a lot of hotels tend to have this. Although some fancier houses tend to have those entrances as well, so who knows. This one says Endigodi. Maybe that is a hotel, right? What would you have words in your house? Well, if it's, you know, maybe it's the name of the house. That sounds, what is that bird? Sounded, I don't know, a macaw just going wah wah wah. It looked quite upset. Hopefully it's fine. Oh, this is gated and this is closed. Of course, the gates are closed because this is my private entrance. which is normal, I think, in a lot of places. But for a casino here, everyone keeps their gates open. Oh, I love that little gate. The little gate, lower gate, seems very sort of farm-like. This is a beautiful street. There's a lot of pretty houses here. Oh, it's a sign. I thought it was a weird antenna just being there. And it was, what on earth? Yeah, now I'm seeing a lot of cars. Probably more people live there. Oh, that iron gate. Okay. So pretty. Is that a church? I think they had some weird signs. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if it was a cross or it was ice cream. But I don't know. I saw some weird signs. Oh my god, I love that those sort of, I don't know, there's tree shrubs, but they look sort of sculptures in this, you know, the ones in that house. Not usually, but in the ones that are in that house, they sort of seem similar to two sculptures. So two sculptures to sort of welcome you to the place. Oh my god, the birds are just very loud. Oh my god, again, the street is so incredibly narrow. I think you can tell how this is sort of more, I don't know, it's just less, it's more quiet here because you can see all those birds and you can hear all the birds. I think that's how you know that it's quieter than other places in the city. There's just, the houses here are very big. They're just pretty big. Oh, they're constructing this. It's in construction, or it's being renovated. Even, well, I don't know if the renovation is actually, there's active construction because it's so quiet, but yeah, maybe they're just in the process of. Oh my god, how cold is it? Did he went through the whole sort of street? I don't know what direction he went to, but now you're going back to the main street? It didn't seem like he went in a circle. But now we're back in the main street, I think. Oh my god, is that it? There was. Why is it grass in the middle of the pavement? What is that place? Why is that a giant tent? Okay, they have I have so many questions. I did not know what was that last part. It looked like a giant tent in a giant park, but I don't know what that was. I want to know what it is. I think my favorite part about this city was, and I just mentioned it, the parking lots and the sort of the parking areas. I love how integrated they are with the whole sort of in the middle of the streets, because I think especially in the US, when you have those sort of large parking spaces, especially it seems so to me, as in this case, when there's 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 a lot of stores, there's a shopping center, there's a mall, there's going to be a lot of commerce, and there's a lot of stores and restaurants and stuff. And then, well, not specifically restaurants, but I'm talking more about stores. The parking spaces are just sort of very separate from everything. And again, maybe it's just the city planning is different, because in the US, then you have, the parking spaces are just sort of, they're separated from a lot of things, and and I'm talking obviously about the not the big cities, I'm just talking about the normal, the rest of the country. It's just, this huge parking spaces, and you don't have anything. There are no streets. You don't have anything. It's just a store, giant miles and miles of just flat parking areas, in the middle of, it's just outside. And then, of course, it's just the highway, or it's just a giant avenue, but you don't get to see, they usually, there's no pedestrians, there's no anything. And I love how integrated everything seemed. Obviously, I think the place is obviously a little bit, this is smaller. I think probably, maybe that's why you can't. In the US, it's different. But I love that, yes, you have those that shopping center, that sort of downtown area. But then, the parking, it's just, 2 streets away, but you can still walk as well, and you can use your bike. But especially, I'm talking more about pedestrians and cars in general. I love that you can do everything, but everything's sort of integrated. I think it's very nice. I think everything so visually looks very appealing, and also is very practical as well, because everything is sort of, you don't get the sense that things are separate. It's just one big thing, and I think that makes the city look, and the village look sort of, I don't know, more integrated. I don't know, more practical looking. It just seems better to me. And as for the other parts, I don't know, because it just says the richest village. So I now want to know, is it the richest because people, again, they have a higher income? There are people, I don't know, when they retire, I'm going to retire there. If I have a lot of money, I'll retire there. I have so many questions about this. It wasn't at all what I was expecting, because again, if you tell me, oh, it's the richest village, then if you tell me it's the richest village, I am imagining, this huge gated communities, and everything's white, and everything's gold, and everything's very opulent, which was not this at all. So I don't know if that's just the Dutch way of thinking, and I'm comparing this to other, other societies, other cultures. But I just seem it just surprised me, because not that the houses were ugly, no, absolutely not. But I don't know, I just was expecting something else. When you tell me it's the richest village in the Netherlands, I'm expecting something different. But in this case, the houses were very pretty, but I don't know, maybe it's just compared to other places in the Netherlands, maybe they're bigger. That's when I could tell. A lot of them were just pretty big. I thought houses in the Netherlands were quite smaller, but maybe, I don't know, because I don't have a good frame of reference. So I don't know if it's, oh no, that's normal for the area, or that's normal in other places. I don't know. I have no idea. But I think it's just surprising to me, because even though it's very pretty, it's a very pretty city, it's a very pretty village, because it looked quite small. Even then, I don't know, when you tell me it's the richest, and I'm not expecting it to look like this. It's very nice, but yeah, I wasn't expecting this, because if you tell me rich, I'm expecting a lot of things, and I'm expecting these huge mansions and these huge houses, four stores, and there's fountains in the parking, and when they have the roundabout thing. When you put your car in the garage, they don't even have garages, because the garages are sort of, it's not as a normal house. I don't know how to explain it, but they even had fountains in the middle. They have this huge mansions with the columns, and there's just a lot of things. And these houses, they look very pretty, but they looked kind of normal to me. So I don't know, maybe it's just not done in the Netherlands, because that doesn't really exist. That kind of, not wealth, because obviously I'm not seeing their bank accounts, but that kind of architecture, even for wealthy people, it's not something that's done, or maybe it's done in very particular places, but in the rest of the Netherlands it's not really done. So maybe that's why. I don't know, I would love to know, because I'm very curious about the whole thing of it's rich, it's the richest village, but is it the richest in what sense? Or I'm completely off and it's not about wealth, it's rich in other way. I don't know, but yeah, I love it, and even I am even loving it. Was in autumn. I think it's just it's a very beautiful city to live in. I think I will say though, it's quite small, and I really got the sense that it's more suburbs, because it's just a lot of houses and very few shops. I think even the downtown with the restaurants and shops, it was just very small. So I'm only thinking, well, yeah, it's probably a place where people go and you live there. It's a residential area, but it's not as much. I don't know. There's maybe not a lot. I don't know, not a lot of things to do. Maybe I'll put it that way. It's more about, yeah, you go and you live there, but you don't really work there. You have to work in the outskirts of the city, and you have to, if you want to go and have fun, maybe you have to go other places, because it's very, I think what you can find here is very basic. Maybe that's why probably I am imagining, maybe it's for older people or retired people. I don't know, but maybe that was my impression. Maybe I'm totally off, but yes, I love it. And now I have so many questions about Lorraine now, including how it's pronounced. But that was it for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye!